In this video, we will show you how to get an Illinois drone pilot license and reveal all of the steps to become a drone pilot in Illinois. In order to obtain a license to operate a drone in the state of Illinois, you will need to complete the following steps. Step 1. Criteria for eligibility. The first things you need to do in order to become a drone pilot in the state of Illinois are to verify that you are at least 16 years old, and that you have the linguistic skills necessary to read, write, speak, and understand English. In addition, you are required to present a valid identification card that was granted by the government in order to establish both your age and your identity. Step 2. Evaluate both your physical and mental health. The next step to become a drone pilot in Illinois, which is necessary to ensure your safety when flying a drone in Illinois, is to evaluate both your physical and mental health. You ought to be in pristine physical shape and free of any ailments that can make it challenging for you to pilot a drone in a secure manner. A strong awareness of one's surroundings and excellent hand-eye coordination are also required for piloting a drone effectively. Step 3. Take an Illinois drone training course. The next thing you'll need to do to get your drone pilot license in Illinois is to enroll in a drone pilot training course. We have listed the top FAA-approved drone training course below this video. They provide a remarkable course of study at one of the most affordable prices compared to other drone training options. Step 4. Get a tracking number from the FAA. In order to receive an FAA tracking number, FTN, and get started on the application process for your remote pilot certificate in Illinois, you need to first create a profile on the IECRA website. Throughout this process, you will be asked for several pieces of personal information as well as the answers to a series of security questions in order to confirm that you are who you say you are. At the end of the process, you will receive your FTN that you will need in the next step. Step 5. Make an appointment for test. After you have obtained your FTN, you will be able to make an appointment with a knowledge testing center that has been approved by the FAA. You need to present a valid photo identification card issued by the government for the exam. Step 6. Complete basic test of your aviation knowledge. Before continuing, you will need to demonstrate that you have the fundamental aeronautical knowledge necessary to pass the Unmanned Aircraft General, Small, UAG, exam. The Unmanned Aircraft General exam is the first test you need to pass in order to become certified under Part 107. This exam must be taken in person at a PSI testing facility in order to be valid. This exam is administered by the Federal Aviation Administration, FAA, and it examines candidates' knowledge of a wide variety of subjects that are important for piloting drones. A score of at least 70% is required in order to pass the UAG exam. You will need to find a knowledge testing center that has been approved by the FAA in order to take the examination. The topics that are covered in the UAG exam are also covered on the Basic Aeronautical Knowledge Test. The exam consists of 60 multiple-choice questions that must be answered within the allotted time of 120 minutes. In order to pass the exam, you will need to earn a score of at least 70%. Step 7. Submit FAA Form 8710-13. After successfully completing the test on fundamental aeronautical knowledge, you will be able to submit FAA Form 8710-13 for a remote pilot certificate. The application process consists of several steps, including those of creating a new application, entering the 17-digit knowledge test exam ID, and submitting the application. Step 8. Watch for a confirmation email. It is anticipated that you will shortly receive a confirmation email stating that the TSA security check of your background has been finished. By adhering to the instructions provided in this email, you will be able to print the IECRA Temporary Remote Pilot Certificate. Step 9. Get a remote pilot certificate to fly. As soon as all of the extra FAA internal processing is finished, a permanent Illinois remote pilot certificate will be sent out in the mail. After the application has been turned in, the amount of time necessary to process it can vary, but it could take as much as 4 weeks to acquire the certificate. It is important to be aware that a remote pilot license is valid for a period of 2 years. In order to keep your aeronautical knowledge current, you are required to engage in a recurrent training course that takes place online once every 24 calendar months. Those individuals who did not finish the required recurrent training by the given date were required to retake the initial aeronautical knowledge examination in order to recover their certification as a remote pilot. If you follow these criteria, you will be able to legally fly a drone for work or for recreation, and you will also be able to achieve certification as a drone pilot. Be sure to like our video and subscribe to our channel for more drone education and information.